today I'll be doing reading regarding the soul and specifically the message that our soul would like to reveal to us, to send us, maybe something that we should be thinking, in regards to where we are now in life. So I have 3 options here if you want to learn something about what your soul is trying to tell you. I have first reading, and the first reading is associated with this beautiful dragonfly. So if you resonate and you can connect with this dragonfly and you love it, then you can choose reading number 1 and you can jump right onto your reading because it's all ready for you there. Then the second reading is marked by this beautiful green stone frog. I'm not really sure what stone this is, but it's a beautiful animal, a frog. And if you can connect with the frog, then your reading is number 2. And then reading number 3 is associated with this beautiful natural labradorite stone in the shape of a small paw of a cat or a dog or any other animal that you love, and that's reading number 3. So I have 3 options here. I really hope that you will enjoy your reading, that you can connect with your reading, and just be aware that all the readings that I'm doing are for inspiration. They are not to take literally, and I always say that if you do not connect with your reading 100%, or you feel like you should connect with the reading 100% and it's just not there for you, you cannot, your heart and your mind cannot connect with it, then the reading is definitely for someone else, and maybe any other reading or future reading will be for you. And I really hope that the messages, that I am reading will help you on your life journey, and that they will inspire you. I'm doing my best, I'm trying to read the cards as they are showing themselves in the spread. So I am not going to just rumble anymore, and I really hope you enjoy this reading. So I will see you in my next reading next week, and enjoy this one, and bye-bye for now. So if you've chosen this beautiful dragonfly, then this reading is for you. And all in all, I'm just trying to give you the whole impression at once when I look at it. And to me it looks like, because we are talking about the journey to your soul, which means that we are asking our soul for the guidance, for the advice. And when I look at this reading, it tells me that your soul wants to be freed, definitely is asking for another way of approaching your life. And I am going to talk about individual cards here, but we will try to kind of give it a more general sense, so you get the sort of one idea, rather than talking only about individual cards, because we want to know what the cards are really telling us, what the spread is telling us. So it seems that you have gone through some disappointment, some defeat. We have the card of the defeat, and it could be a sign that something that you wanted to win, something in the past, something maybe for some of you it could be in the present, that it didn't really go the way that you want it to be going, and you have experienced the defeat and the opposite of success, and maybe it was difficult for you to recognize it at first, but as the time progressed, something happened that it totally collapsed, because we have the Tower card here. But because we are talking about soul, I'm going to go back and forth to I have to stick with the theme, with the topic of today's reading. So it looks like your soul was experiencing this catastrophic situation, which it is quite difficult for the soul to go through that situation, through that experience, And then the Five of Pence signifies that maybe you are dwelling on that catastrophic situation too much. It could be something to do with work, with everyday life events, because we have the card from the Simulant Tarot, the everyday life. So we see two figures who are basically doing their everyday job, work, and it's about having certain routine. So we are asking now, was your routine distracted by something? So maybe you've had a really good routine in your life, or maybe you've committed to do some work, you've had a certain lifestyle, and then something happened and it completely destroyed the pattern. So it wasn't really nice for your soul to experience that. But we have these two cards. See this gentleman who sits in the cave, and he is basically supporting his head with his hands, because that's a quite significant body posture, body language for someone who is dwelling, who is going quite deep. It's a card of depression. It's a card of suppression, and it's associated with Capricorn and Saturn, and these astrological connections are significant for having stability. So maybe you are holding on to something. We have wood here. It's a woodwork, it's everyday life work. And we also have Virgo. These are the astrological signs, the Capricorn and the Virgo, that are quite material. And we have Capricorn again with the card of Moira, and what's significant about this card is that we believe in our destiny. So maybe we believed that we have been destined to do something. We believed in our fate so much that we forgot to kind of look at the details. We were so assured in what we were doing that we forgot that there is a spiritual aspect. And what is the spiritual aspect to this? So let's have a look. It's got something to do with another person, with balancing. So was that we did not consider the other person? Is someone missing from our life? Has someone disappeared from our life? Is it a person who was really important to balance on our life? Because we have the astrological sign of the Pisces and Neptune. This is significant sign for having this kind of collective awareness, with other people. So were we too much focused on ourselves? It is possible that we forgot to take into consideration other people, and those people basically were not supporting us on our journey. You need a guidance. Okay, you have a card of guidance, and there are two figures. There's not only one figure. That means that you need a guidance. You need another person here to guide you. Okay, same as that we've got the Libra sign here and the Venus. So don't forget that this world is also about feelings. You're supposed to feel maybe you are overthinking, the situation, and you're trying to take the strategy of someone who is very rational. Stop thinking rational and start thinking more about your feelings, about your heart. We have the card of control, and that, I think, is trying to tell us that, do you see the fists are firmly kind of placed on this table, and we feel that we must control everything, that there is a structure to life. If we because you have that Capricorn sign and Virgo, we think that we should stick with the structure, but be careful, because you have rock 3 times here, so we are looking for a cohesion, and I see this rock, and that kind of tells me that maybe you are walking on a very, very difficult path. Something is hurtful, something is hurting you on your journey, and maybe there's another person. Okay, it's a burden. So I think that what is trying to tell us, what this card is trying to tell us, again, I'm going to remind you, we are talking about what the soul is trying to tell us, what is the guidance that we get from the soul. And it's we give ourselves the burden, the guidance that we don't necessarily need. Are you making your life harder than it could be, than it should be? Now take off those fists, of the table. Try to give your life a bit of easiness, same like that dragonfly that you have chosen. I think that it's quite significant for this reading as well, because the dragonfly has this kind of ease to it, and it's a very spiritual being, entity, and so try to give yourself another beginning, same as the cockerel, or whatever it's called, the bird that signifies the new beginnings. And I think that that's very important for today's reading, because what you need to do, you need to let go of the previous goal. Okay, we have the Moira here, we have sitting in a cave, not being able to kind of accept the defeat. Okay, we have Scorpio and Pluto. We are self-punishing for something that we can no longer change. So it doesn't really matter. What we need is the new beginning, new guidance, new horizon, something. Just look in the distance, but try to choose a path that is also enjoyable. Stop walking on the rock. It literally looks like you're making your life harder than it should be, and it could be. So try to focus on the journey. I think that the soul is trying to tell you that your journey should be pleasurable, and try to include other beings, because I think that the Pisces and the Neptune is trying to tell us that to think more collective, be aware of the people around you, try to include them in your life, and because they will support you, they will help you, and they will help you to go through the defeat that you have experienced in the past. So anyway, that was the inspiration regarding the dragonfly that you have chosen for today, and I hope that the reading was inspiration to you, and that it will guide you and help you on your journey, and hope you have a lovely day. whatever time of the day it is, and we might see each other next time. And bye bye. So if you have chosen this frog, then this reading is for you. And today we're talking about the journey to your soul, and it is mainly about discussing what your soul would like to tell to you, what it would like to reveal to you. So in this spread, what I can see is a very adventurous spirit, and you have come to this life to gain a true adventurous experience, and you're definitely a person who doesn't like to stay settle and do one thing for a very long time. You're quite adventurous person who likes to change environment, maybe likes to meet new people, and so your soul is trying to tell us here, reveal a message regarding that. And so I am going to look now at specific cards, and then we are going to kind of make quite general reading, a message. So we have King of Rods, King of Wands sometimes, and we have this a lion, on which he stands upon. And King of Wands is significant for very adventurous, hard, being a person who can inspire other people, also take an inspiration in other people, is a good communicator. Like I said, it's a person of strong heart, because lion is associated with strong heart, and it's a person who likes to change the environment. What's interesting that we have a card from symbol and mothering. Now, what's significant about this card is that it's paying attention to something. So King of Rods wouldn't be a really good person to commit to this. So I'm just thinking, maybe if you are someone who is now committed to family, to a partner, and maybe someone who has a baby, who's thinking about kind of putting down a foundation for a family, maybe you should think twice, and you should maybe surround yourself with people who do not require that much a requirement for you to be there, because you like to change your environment and you do not want to break someone's heart. I mean, what it also could mean is that you have to think about balancing, on enjoying your life the way you want, being adventurous you are, to only promise engagements concerning other people that you can commit to, that you can fulfill, because you do not want to leave a pain behind you. You're very generous with other people. So what that means is that you're not a person, you definitely have no problem with finances, to make money, because as you can see on the 6 of Pans, or 6 of coins, if you like, or discs sometimes, it's significant for sharing with other people, sharing with those who need that. So you are definitely generous heart, and you believe in your faith. You have 10 of your Wheel of Fortune, number 10, which is quite significant for regarding the topic that we have chosen for today, this the journey of the soul, or the journey to our soul. This is important card because it says that you have come to this life with a specific mission, but it's not going to be an easy journey. Number 10, Wheel of Fortune, signifies that it's kind of roller coaster. So you probably have experienced already kind of big changes in your life, and you are going from the top to the bottom, you know, and you have probably experienced a different, like being on top as well as being at the bottom, and that might be the reason why you are sharing with other people, because you know how it feels to be in that position. You also might come from family that was not very wealthy, but you yourself was able to make money. Sometimes you had to kind of find very how to say it, you know, a different kind of routes towards making money, you know. So you had to be a very creative. That doesn't mean that sometimes you were kind of could have problem with law and justice, you know. This card from Symbolon is significant for making someone believe that they can invest in you, you know. It's the kind of market of deceit, you know. So maybe something to do with investment, but we won't take it as literally. So I mean, you are definitely a person who will take all sorts of routes. You know, you're not really picky. You don't have a specific plan how to get things, and you take opportunities that basically come your way. You are a collective person. You know, we have here the astrological sign of Pisces, and you can think, you know, more broader. You're very good in with other people. You have good interpersonal skills. What does that tell us about our soul? That tells us that your soul has a lot of experience in the realm of communication. So you're very good in communication with in a the way you communicate with other people is quite significant for being able to convey stories. You know, you can make people believe in something that you want them to believe. That you can direct people around you a certain way. You're very good at that. It's not always great. It's not always good what you do, but it's basically says something about every soul has got kind of its specific characteristics, and your soul is a bit more adventurous, a bit more fiery, you know. I can feel here you have also astrological sign of Aries, you know, and with association with Mars, okay, which means that you definitely have that fiery element in you. We have card Innocence above the card of Lovers from the Symbolon, but the Lovers, in the sense of, this is more kind of like sexual card, also association with Aries, but also with Taurus. So definitely connection with beauty, aesthetics. So you probably love to be surrounded by beautiful people. I can feel that there is a lot of masculinity in here. If you're a man, then I'm taking this reading from your perspective. If you are a woman, you are attracted to adventurous men. That also means that you might be also in a position, as a woman, you might be in a position of someone who has been kind of let down by men, you know, someone who is not necessarily manipulated, but who had a dominant man in your life, and as a result of that, you now have to either look after baby. You have to kind of, you have been on your own with the project, whatever that project is, your family, your work, you have been left alone. That there has been a romance. What does that tell us about the soul? It tells us that life, you see life as it is not a very necessarily secure place. Life is about taking risks. Life is about adventure. Life is about learning new things, and you are all about transformation. So we've got, this is really important card regarding this reading, because it's all about transformation. The camel represents the boredom, the kind of slavery, the listening to you, to someone and doing what they tell us to do. And from there, the soul transforms into the lion. Lion is capable of making their own decision. They're very strong. Strong will represents brave heart, taking risks, and so on. This fiery element. But from now on, I think that what it's significant here for is that we see this little boy playing a flute, and that's exactly where you want to go in this life. That's the goal. And it's more about enjoying life, whether you are up and down. Like I said early on, you do accept it's a roller coaster, but now it's about taking. You are definitely on the road of you are taking a very spiritual road, to be honest, because you are taking risks, and this is exactly what soul should do. So you are taking risks in order to transform. So your soul is really happy with what you are doing, but where you see, you've got another kind of cat symbol here, success. So your soul is telling you that you are very successful. Okay, so little interruption. And anyway, I will now try to kind of find cohesion in between all of these cards, and form a summary. So all in all, I think that your soul is trying to reveal to you that you so far have gone through a quite difficult path, and you are willing to take the risk, which is definitely something that the system, the spiritual system in which we are living loves. It loves people who are taking risks. And you have a lot of fiery aspects. You have Tiger here, Leo, another Leo here. So definitely fiery element here. And so you improvise a lot in your life, which is really good thing. I think that the area to be careful is to make commitments with other people that you cannot fulfill. So definitely area to look at. But also maybe be careful with because you are gifted, communication wise. Some people might feel that like peer pressure, or they might feel like they have to accept your ways. So be careful, because you are coming from a quite strong position here. So other people, you do not necessarily want to play with other people, when it comes to romantic relationships as well. When it comes to a family, someone who would expect from you to have more commitments towards them, or with them. And you are a worldly person. You see, you've got the globe here, the earth on which the tiger is walking, and then we've got an essence card, and that basically tells us that you are you're not calculating person. You are basically taking a very spontaneous road. in your life, and that's exactly how it's supposed to be. But the goal here is to reach that spiritual kind of height, that's symbolized by this boy playing a flute, because that's all about just observing the life. You are aware that the life is like a song, like a game, and you are observer. You basically observe yourself as you are living it. So you have a really good cards when it comes to journey to your soul. Your soul is definitely learning quite a lot in your life. Maybe you should improve a little bit, on that kind of emotional side. So a little bit to being learning to be a bit more how to say it, accepting, absorbing, you lack on that kind of feminine aspect here. So accept womanhood in your life, be more caring, of the people around you, because the life is not only about you, but your journey and this life is very interesting, and you are definitely going the right path. So anyway, I hope you found inspiration in this reading. Choosing the frog, definitely unusual symbol to choose regarding the reading, and I hope you have a lovely rest of the week, and whatever time you are watching this video, I hope you're doing well, and I might see you next time in my next reading. Bye bye for now. So if you've chosen this cat's or dog's paw, it's a labradorite stone, then this reading is for you. And let's have a look what we have here. We are talking about the journey to your soul, or in other words, what your soul would like to reveal to you. So what I think is quite significant in this reading is that you have gone through some quite difficult time. You've had a difficult time in your life, and there is a card that signifies and indicates loss or sacrifice in the past. There is a significant card also for the regret, but I am going to go through individual cards, so you don't have to worry about me talking about something without showing you what do we have here. So I think that's what your soul is trying to achieve in this lifetime is the ease. You are trying to free yourself from something. We have the element of air, or the suits of air in the tarot card system, the connection with Libra and the water bearer, Uranus and Venus. So you have love for being free. We also have the Osho card, moment to moment, and the way this person walks so gently and lightly, and jumps from one stone to another is quite significant for someone who wants to just enjoy the freedom, the how would I say in words? It's a form of lightness. It's you do not like the heaviness, so you are trying to get rid of the weight. You have a guidance card, so that's quite significant for finding new inspiration in your life, new guidance in a form of maybe taking inspiration in a person or maybe in religion. We have schizophrenia card here, so maybe that's quite significant for you not being able to decide what side to choose. Maybe you have two journeys to choose from. That would also be in connection with this card where we have the Libra. So that means that you have this person who is trying to fly away, and then this person who is stabilized, who is trying to call the person who flies into that fantasy, come back, I want you to be more stable. But there is something about the earthly realm that kind of puts you off. You feel perhaps the earthly life is a bit too heavy for you. There is a lot of pain associated with earthliness, with everyday life. You are a person who might be more intrigued with things that go beyond this world. You're interested in more spiritual realm. You were interested in religions. You were looking for spiritual guidance in all different kinds of routes. And I don't know why, but this card kind of sticks out as well here. It's being sulking over something that happened in the past, and like I said, because you have the sacrificial card here, the female figure, gives offering or maybe sacrifices. Maybe that's a symbolic act for not being able to move on in your life unless you sacrifice something that is the most precious. That could mean that you have literally lost something that was very significant in your life, and it's so difficult to now move forward. Do you see how we have like the symbol of the wings in the reading? And although we haven't got wings here, but everything here kind of suggests the movement of the wings, even the kimono here. So I think that's, we have wings here in the corner as well on the Judgment card. So you literally want to fly into the heaven, into the realm that is beyond this kind of worldly, earthly realm, because the earthly is painful. It's associated with fire, even though it doesn't have to be fire. It kind of is connected with fire. You have Queen of Cups in the corner here, in the left corner, on the side of the heart, the unconscious. You are definitely a person. You are a feeler. I can sense that you're a person who is absorbing a lot of things that is happening around you, but it's difficult sometimes to understand why these things are happening. But you are definitely reflecting a lot. You are analyzing a lot of things, around you. You might surround yourself with a masculine figure. It's a person who can give you a lot of guidance in your life, and it's a masculine figure. It's associated with Leo and Sagittarius, fiery astrological signs. And why is it important? Because this is the card that gives you, it's similarly as guidance. It's a positive card, that it says that this life also has the equal joy as disappointments, and it's on the same level as the card of the sacrifice, associated with something, like I said, something really heavy happened in your life in the past, and you are trying to get over it. And this male figure is going to help you to get over it. It also means that you might kind of be on a path to experience something very pleasurable, but you are now choosing whether you want to go that way. Like I said, please do not sulk over what has happened in the past, because you need to get over it, and that's exactly where your soul is trying to now communicate with you and tries to tell you, well, there is something else that awaits you. If you need to travel for that, travel, but just make little steps. Don't make a huge leap. It might look like on this card, you are going to kind of fly away in your fantasy, like into a completely new realm, but you don't have to make big steps, definitely not. It's the healing aspect is also in communication, so you have to start communicating your feelings and your thoughts. That's really important, because the water bearer is also known as psychotherapist. So it's if you need to find psychotherapist, it could be the psychotherapist that you will meet and who will help you, someone who can reflect on what is inside of you, because even though you're analyzing, you're reflecting on what is happening, sometimes you are missing the words to interpret exactly what emotions and what thoughts are basically are going on your mind and in your heart. So you need the therapist functions as a translator, as a communicator of those feelings and thoughts. So yeah, that's basically what your soul is trying to tell you now, because I think that you needed the kind of emotional and psychological support, someone, and you need to further be looking for someone who will help you on this journey. And even though your life definitely wasn't easy, and you might still experience uneasy situations, uneasy times in your life, then you definitely have something to look forward to, and especially when it comes to spiritual learning. So I hope this reading was inspirational to you and gave you a little bit of new ideas how to continue on your journey. And I wish you a very, very good day and rest of the week, and maybe we will see each other or hear each other in my next reading. And bye bye for now.